I don't know if I ever did a video on this knife, but I did put pictures on Instagram and Facebook about taking this Ontario fighting knife and just jazzing it up a little bit. You know, nothing that changes the overall shape or anything of the knife. Just taking the old, you know, coating, black coating finish, and giving it a cool flame job, basically, making it look cool. That's all there is to it. I did this with a combination of coating and then hydrographics and then a really nice gloss coat on top of it. Not a really hard thing to do in the shop, but time consuming. We're going to do something very similar with another knife. Looks like it's in the same family, but it's not. This is, what brand, I don't know, honestly. This looks like an Ontario handle. It is not an Ontario handle. It is very similar to an Ontario handle. I mean, identical. But you can kind of feel the difference in the rubber there. It doesn't feel as rubbery. It is a much lighter knife than most Ontario knives. And as you can see, the blade is a lot thinner. But it is a beautiful looking chopper, looks only right here. And I think that with a little bit of remodeling, like we did to this, we can make something that looks pretty cool and possibly even provide some good service for somebody, you know, out in the world. So let's take a look at how this knife performs before we start messing with it. As always, we'll start with a little bit of paper slicing. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Well, I'm having a little trouble there because the paper ripped and I screwed it up. But for a very cheap knife, I mean, we're talking like $9 knife, that is a very well-honed edge just to start with. Let's do a pull-through on this guy. Pretty good, a little bit of effort. Not the cleanest cut, but not bad. I don't know if I have enough cord here to do a slice. Let's see if I can get a good hold on it. I just have a little bit of cord. Not bad at all. Very, very nice. And of course, it is a chopper, right? I'll just decimate that into a bunch of crap. Not bad. Let's try some actual wood here. I'm having fun. Great edge on this guy right here. What's the edge retention like? Not bad. So, we have a great canvas to work on. We have a well-machined, well-honed, cool blade. Let's take this thing to the shop and let's make it look as cool as it works. Okay, so at the shop for part 2, which is the actual remodeling of this knife. So the first step is going to be to mask off whatever we don't want changed, and that's basically the handle on this guy. I've already taken care of that just because that's not a fun process. It's not interesting to watch. So I use the high temperature resistant, you know, bead blast resistant tape, and it goes down a little bit, and then I just wrap it with some plain old blue masking tape. The next step is going to be, we've got to remove everything that's already on the blade. So I'm going to take this over to the blast cabinet. It has a really good edge, so one of the ways to try to preserve that is to make sure that when I'm blasting this, I'm always blasting in the direction of the edge to try not to mess with that finely honed edge that we know we already have on this. So rather than taking material and dulling the blade, we're going to be going in the direction of the blade itself. Once this is all clear and we've got bare metal, then I can start the new coating and then get ready for a cool dip. I'll use an actual airbrush for this because the way I'm going to be doing just small areas of work and blending colors, it's going to work a little bit better than just using one of the large paint guns, especially on an object this small. So I've got some custom mixed up colors I'm going to do for this. We're going to be using 3 colors, making it look all snappy, so let me get started. use one of my favorite patterns here. It's called Naughty Fire. That's the actual name. It is a great pattern. It goes with so many different colors in so many different ways. And the reason that I wanted to paint this in this kind of faded in 3 different color pattern is because when we put it under here, it's really going to translate into like a cool, I don't want to use the word mystical, but kind of an icy fire look. Something to go with the cool shape of the blade. And I think people are really going to enjoy the way this looks when it's all done. So what I've done here is prepared the blade. I put tape, and this is not going to affect the coating I put on there, to protect the one side so that when we dip it, it stays nice and dry, and none of this film on the other surface will prevent the inks affixed to the film from sticking when we flip it over to dip the other side. So we're going to do one side, which will also get the spine of the blade right there. We'll give it a little bit of time to set. We'll peel the tape off, make sure this side of the blade is dry, and then dip that side. And then we'll be ready to rinse it off and see what the kind of semi-final look is. Then we'll be ready to give it a really nice top coat. We'll probably give it a nice satin finish, and then this will pretty much be done. I decided to come outside in this beautiful sunshine, nice natural light for the big reveal. So everything's finished. I spent the last little bit hand honing the edge of this with some diamond stones to put that really nice edge right back on this knife to get it ready. So let's take a look at how it all finished up. I really like the colors. Kind of a different take on a flame pattern there. We've got laser engraved logos for Doc P 91B, and then of course, where all the work was done, Patriot Armory and Coatings. See, we have not a full matte finish, not a gloss finish, but a nice satin finish on this blade. We've got that very fine edge back on there. I think we took what was a kind of generic looking knife and made it a really nice piece, very unique. I guess the really important part now is to make sure that it still cuts like it did. This blade is as sharp as it came out of the box for us. It is unique, one of a kind, and it is ready for whatever. So just one more fun example of things that we can do at Patriot Armory and Coatings beyond what you just would expect. So thanks for joining us for another video from, oh, apparently the cicadas like it. Thanks for joining us for another video, for another fun project from inside the shop, and join us at Patriot Armory and Coatings to see a whole lot of other stuff that we've done. Check out Patriot Armory and Coatings on the web. You can find that website in the video description. And come back again soon, see what else we've got for you to see.